Hello! In this video we will go over some of the different ways you can use VoiceThread to engage your students online. First, let's take a look at a recorded lecture VoiceThread. I'll click on the example here, and what we're going to see is a PowerPoint file that has been uploaded to VoiceThread where the instructor added narration to each of their slides. The students can click into here, listen to the instructor's lecture by clicking play, and on any slide where they have a question, they can use the plus button at the bottom of the screen to add a comment saying their question. As the instructor, you'll see their question show up on the left side of the page, and if you click on their little avatar, you can use the little arrow button to reply directly to their questions. Next up, let's take a look at class discussions. This would be a replacement for a traditional text-based discussion forum. So here you can see that I've given students directions in the middle of the page, and then they come in and use the button along the bottom to add their own comments that appear along the left side. You and other students in the class can click on these comments.
Hello, here's what I think about this.
Everyone's able to listen to each other and use the arrow button to reply to them. You as the instructor have a special button to do private replies if you'd like to. These can be graded or not, but if they are graded, along the right side of the page, there's a space where you can put a grade in for each person. The content that appears in the middle here is completely up to you. I prepared this slide in PowerPoint and just uploaded it as I created my VoiceThread, but it can be a slide, a Word document, a PDF, or you could record an audio or video clip to have in the middle. But students are always going to be looking at whatever's in the middle and adding their own comments that will appear along the left. Next, let's take a look at a share and comment VoiceThread. These are created where students can come in and upload their own piece of content or slide in the VoiceThread and then offer their own commentary on what they've uploaded. They're then able to scroll through and see what other people have uploaded and said about what they've posted and then reply to what other people have posted. So here, the first slide, again, this was produced by me as the instructor, has some directions for them on how to participate, and then in the lower right corner, you can scroll through and see what everyone has posted. So this student posted a picture of the Mona Lisa, and then I can click on their initials over on the left to hear what they said about why they chose it. As the instructor, you can always do your private responses, but then for students, they would use the plus button along the bottom to add their responses to anybody who they'd like to respond to. Again, over on the right, you always have the ability to add a grade for them. The students would just use this button down here in the bottom right corner whenever they want to add another slide to the VoiceThread. They can upload images, documents, PDFs, PowerPoint slides, or they can record an audio or video clip right from their computer. Traditionally, you would have everyone only submit one thing, so one slide, one page of a document, so that it doesn't get too overwhelming and there's not too many slides. Next, let's look at presentations with peer comments. This would be where you have each student create their own VoiceThread presentation that's multiple slides where they add their own narration, similar to how they might give a presentation in a face-to-face classroom. They would prepare their slides or whatever content they're going to create, and then come in here to upload it, narrate it, and then share it with the rest of the class. When the class comes in here, everyone's able to see all of the VoiceThreads in the class, and if they click on someone's VoiceThread, they're able to listen to their entire presentation. So here I could hit play and listen to what this student said, and then use the buttons in the lower right corner to move from one slide to the next to hear what they've said about other slides. You'll notice that VoiceThread turns everything into a slideshow, but it doesn't always have to be slides. Like I mentioned earlier, students can upload documents, PowerPoints, multiple videos, audio clips, images, whatever is appropriate for your class. For the most part, students are able to upload it into VoiceThread to talk about it. As students look at others' presentations, they can add their own comments to give feedback or to discuss further whatever a student has been talking about in their presentation. Lastly, let's look at submitting a presentation privately to you as the instructor. So this works exactly like the last example, except instead of other students being able to watch each other's presentations, this would be the private version of that, where students come in and submit their presentations, and then only you as the instructor can see them and comment on them. And it gives you the ability to enter in a grade a bit more conveniently over on the right, as it has been in a few other VoiceThread types. Now the other version, where the students were all submitting and peer commenting, can still be graded, it's just done a little bit differently. But the benefit of setting it up that way is if you want students to be able to watch each other's presentations. So these are really two of the same things with a slight difference. You'll notice in the directions of each of these VoiceThreads is a video embedded. These videos are tutorials for students on how to complete the activity within the tool. We recommend that when you post your directions for any of these types of activities, that you offer the video tutorial as well so that students have an idea of how to accomplish what you're asking them to do. That concludes our video. If you'd like to learn more about using VoiceThread, contact CITS Instructional Development and we'd be happy to help you set any of these up.